Hello, my name is Jimmy and this is the Alpina XB7. If you don't know what Alpina is, they're in fact an auto manufacturing company that specializes in making BMWs faster and more luxurious. Founded back in 1965 with just 8 employees, it actually predates BMW's own M division, which was founded in 1972. But what is Alpina and why do you care? Well, Alpina models are not only about going fast, they're also about getting you there to your destination comfortably. BMW M cars these days are more designed for the track, and they're generally quite firm. And because of that, they just don't work well on the street. They're amazing on the track, and there's no doubt that a BMW M5 competition is amazing. But when you're just driving to work, you don't want to feel like you're in a track car. You want to be comfortable. That's why Alpina is here, to save you from those back-breaking moments. Here in Canada, we only get 3 different Alpina models. This, the XB7. We also get the B7, which is the 7 series, and the B8, which is the 8 series. But we're not here to talk about all the other Alpina models. We're here to talk about this. So let's start by its looks. I mean, it is an X7, but dressed up. So the front end is still very much an X7. You got the kind of large BMW grille. It's not as big as some others, but it's quite big. We get these BMW laser headlights on the side. They're absolutely beautiful. LED fog lights on the bottom and a dedicated Alpina front lip. It's a really nice looking front end. And then if we go to the side here, we get these 21-inch Alpina wheels. Sadly, they're not the 23-inch multi-spoke thin Alpina wheels that you get actually here in Canada as standard. I mean, these are on here because it is, as you can see, there's a lot of snow on the ground and these are on winter tires. It's fine. You get Alpina side skirts and of course the hockey stick right above that. Overall, it's basically like an X7 here, except as you can see, it's very, very low to the ground. It does have Alpina's adaptive air suspension. And well, on Sport Plus, it basically is, well, like a street car. It's all the way down. And then we go to the back, we get a lip spoiler on top, beautiful LED tail lamps in the center, and quad exhaust on the bottom. It's a really elegant looking machine and it has all the Alpina touches that you would expect. It's just gorgeous. If we kick open the tailgate, we'll find 12.8 cubic feet of space here. There's a bit of underfloor storage to house the tonneau cover and a little bit more. You can fold down that third row with a button on the side and we get 48.6 cubic feet. But we can't fold down the second row as the back is fixed. But let's take a quick peek at that third row. Jumping into the third row is not difficult, but it is a little time consuming as you have to wait for these second row seats to kind of just whirl forward and move out of the way. Once you're into the third row, there's plenty of space, and I do appreciate the glass roof on top and dedicated climate control buttons. It's, well, actually more than spacious enough for me at 5'11". Moving up to the second row seats, they're super comfortable. You can move them fore and aft. The backrest itself can be adjusted. There's all electronic controls on this, so there's no manual movement, which is definitely more luxurious, but like I said, a little bit more time consuming to get you at the perfect kind of stance or position that you may like. And then of course on the side we do have our baby shades. If you're putting child seats in here, as you can see, I have my Kleck 5 as well as my Flow in here. No problems putting the seats in. They fit very well in the second row. In terms of the third row, I was only able to get forward-facing seats in there, not rearward-facing seats. There just isn't enough room. There are 4 sets of lower anchors, so it's actually quite easy to anchor any of your seats in as you need. In terms of the second row though, if you're using the seatbelt method to install your seats, make sure you adjust the seats first and then install it. Because the seatbelt is attached to the vehicle and not the seat, when you adjust the seat, well, the child seat itself can get loose. So do make sure you just do it routinely. Seat first, seat position, then put the child seat in, then buckle it. And once it's buckled, do not press on the folding third row button, because if you do, when you fold down the third row, it moves the second row forward and then it kind of just all errors out and kind of, well, it doesn't scream at you, but it's not pleasant. I tried it, it's not great. As for the front seats, they're heated, they're cool, they're massaging, they're superbly comfortable. And of course, this specific example has this kind of dual tone layout and it's just beautiful, it really is. What I really like about a lot of BMWs is the heating surfaces is not only the seat, but also the panels in the middle and the side. So even if you don't have a big puffy jacket like I have right now, well, your arms, they'll still be nice and warm. In front, a beautiful Alpina steering wheel. This leather, it's super soft and supple. The green stitching inside is beautiful. It's heated and it gets way too hot if you leave it on, but it's fine. I really love this. Behind, I do have Alpina dedicated gauges. They're basically the same as BMW gauges, except they're blue rather than red. But personally, I think they look great. And of course, there's a really good BMW heads-up display above that. And of course, you can't forget about the big infotainment system. It works really well. Big touchscreen, or you can use this Alpina knob down in the center to control all your infotainment. You have wireless CarPlay, which I've been using with the wireless Qi charger, and it's been great. Climate control has been working wonders as well. Considering how large this cabin is and negative temperatures as we have right now, well, the vehicle is able to warm up relatively quickly. All thanks to that nice big engine under the hood, of course. But I think that's really all I have to say about the interior. It's a beautiful place to be in. Every single piece that you touch in here, it's supple, it's soft, it's just really, really nice. This headliner, I know is optional, but it's just the best. I mean, for the price you're paying, you kind of expect this. Oh, you also get really good Bowers & Wilkins audio system. Tweeters right above your head. Of course you need that. Anyways, let's go for a drive just to explain what Alpina driving is different than a BMW M car or the standard BMWs in general. All right, on the road with the Alpina XB7. Underneath the hood is a known engine. It's the 4.4 liter twin turbo V8 that, well, you have in like the BMW 5 Series, you have it in the X5 and a whole bunch of other vehicles, really. But Alpina has tuned this with bigger turbos. So because of that, there's 612 horsepower, 590 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds. Or so they say. Most people has been around that 4-second mark, but let's be honest. At 4 seconds for almost 6,000 pound vehicle, yeah, it's more than fast enough. But like I said right at the beginning, Alpina is so much more than just fast. It's also about comfort. And that's the best thing about this XB7. In comfort mode as I am in right now, it's superbly comfortable. The ride height is lifted a little bit, and I mean, the suspension, it's just so supple. It's so soft. It makes it feel like, well, I'm not gonna say Rolls Royce like, but kind of in like that kind of, feel. It's just superbly comfortable. And it's not like old American comfortable. It's not like super wallowy and like just kind of dips and dives and does everything that you don't want it to do. This doesn't do that. This is, well, it's more that German comfortable. It takes that bump, it soaks it up, but it stays planted right afterwards. If you want something a little bit more sporty, well, there's a sport mode. Sport standard, and puts you in a little bit more of that hunkered down mode. The vehicle stiffens up a little bit, the steering wakes up a little bit more. It feels great, it really does. And if you want that extra level, there's Sport Plus, which lowers the vehicle a little bit more to give you just a better stance and better, well, just overall feel. And in the snow, I must say, this has been amazing. Like, just the amount of power it's able to put down. Yes, it has Pirelli snow tires on here, so there's no doubt it's good, but you just don't expect how good it'll be. It's so comfortable. It's just so rewarding to drive. This may be my most, loved vehicle of the entire year, just because of how it drives overall. It goes from superbly comfortable to really sporty, and not so sporty that it's backbreaking. It's sporty enough that you feel like, yeah, it's definitely a sports car, but not so sporty that you don't want it to be in sports mode anywhere else other than like a perfectly paved, smooth piece of road. And when you need to accelerate, you put that foot down, and it goes. It's so quick. It's just so fast. I mean, 612 horsepower. What did you expect, right? You can control the transmission using these little buttons behind the steering wheel, but they're like the tiniest little things. You just use your middle finger to actually activate them. My index isn't able to even reach them. So they're a little weird. They're not like full paddles. But honestly, you leave it onto, well, drive or sport. Let the ZF transmission do its thing. It's great as is. You really don't need to tell it what to do. You don't need that extra step. And in turns, it stays so flat in sport. It's so impressive. Wow. This is probably my most loved vehicle in 2021. And of course, you get all the BMW safety features. Of course, the lane keep assist is amazing. Radar guided cruise control works really, really well. I mean, it's everything that you would expect a BMW to be. Overall, the Alpina XB7 makes total sense as a luxurious 3-row SUV. It's powerful, it's quick, it's comfortable. It's everything that you're looking for. It's not trying to be something it's not. I love Alpina for this. I mean, you really can't take a 6,000-pound SUV and say it's track rated, because there are just much better options out there. This is designed to get you from A to B or wherever else in the utmost comfort and, most importantly, on time. At 173,799 Canadian dollars, it's about $40,000 more than the X7 M50. But as this is an Alpina exclusive, you're really not going to see that many on the road, and it looks this good. I mean, if you're already spending that kind of money, $40,000 more isn't a whole lot. And having the Alpina name, well, it's just better. It's just boss. And I think that's really it. That's all I really have to say about this Alpina XB7. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like the video if you do. Subscribe if you want to see more. And we'll catch you next time. Take care.